Have you ever been out on a run in your front yard trying to film a video and you think to yourself,
man, my heart is beating so fast. Why is it doing that? Alright, after that cheesy introduction, hey guys, it's Amy from Superior Science, and today we're going to explore what that sound is when we hear our heart beating and also how our heart functions as a pump. I'm going to show you how you can make this DIY contraption, which kind of just looks like a fun beverage, but it's actually going to help us visualize how our heart functions. Before we go into making our simulator, we're first just going to go over a very brief overview of the human heart. The human heart is a part of our circulatory system, which is required in order to circulate blood throughout our entire body. Blood is circulated throughout our body in order to deliver the necessary nutrients and oxygen in which our blood carries.
these nutrients and oxygen are necessary for everyday bodily functions as well as when we perform exercise. And in this clip, I'm trying to explain to you how our body has a pump, much like a pool, but you cannot hear what I'm saying over the noise of our pump. So, yes.
As we mentioned earlier, our heart is a pump that pumps our blood either towards our lungs or away from our lungs. Our blood is circulated through various vessels that can be classified as veins or arteries. Veins carry blood to the heart, which is then oxygenated in our lungs. Arteries carry blood away from the heart, which delivers our oxygen-rich blood to other parts of our body. Our heart is actually a muscle, similar to muscles that we use every day, but our heart is a special kind of muscle. Cardiac muscles are muscles that work involuntarily, which means they work whether you're thinking about it or not. Each beat of our heart fills up with blood and then contracts, similar to when you're clenching a fist and release. Once it contracts, this is what disperses the blood throughout our entire system. There are also pieces of tissue attached to our heart called valves, and these valves almost operate as a door that open and close in order to regulate blood flow. When we hear our heart beating, this is the sound of our valves opening and closing.
So now this is how to make your own heart pump simulator that's going to help visualize the processes we just went over. All right, so our materials, we're going to need a jar of some sort, some cranberry juice, or you can also use water with food coloring or just regular water, some tape, you can use Scotch tape or masking tape, scissors, and a balloon. I ended up actually using 2 balloons, so just have some handy nearby. You might go through a couple, a toothpick of some sort, an elastic band, and another glass to catch our blood, or you can also use a container, which I ended up doing just in order to not spill everywhere. All right, so our first step is we're going to fill our jar up with our cranberry juice a little bit over halfway, just like that. Next, we're going to take our balloon and we're going to cut the neck off of our balloon, and then you can save this for later or just have another balloon. And then you're going to grab the top and cover our jar and making kind of a little lid. Now you want this to be airtight, so now grab the elastic and put that around the jar just to make sure that no air is getting through. And now I'm just grabbing some tape to really secure the balloon on the top so that no air gets through, and this is a really important step in order to make sure our pump functions properly. Once you have your lid nice and secure, we're just going to grab our toothpick or sharp object to poke a hole on the one side of the lid, and then you're going to poke another hole about 1 inch away from the first hole we just poked. And now we're going to grab our second balloon piece, or you can use the neck from earlier, and we're just going to make a little cap over the one end of our straw, and then we're going to secure this with an elastic. And the idea here is that the pump is going to inflate and deflate this tiny little balloon, so just make sure it's very secure on the end of your straw. And now we're going to take this straw and poke it through the first hole that we made earlier. We're going to take our second straw and poke it through the other hole. Now we have our completed heart pump model, so let's test it out. So by pressing on the balloon, this is mimicking how our heart contracts in order to pump the blood in our body. And the little balloon that's attached to the end of our straw is mimicking our valve in the heart. Since it's stopping our cranberry juice from going back down our straw, which is the same as how it functions in a heart, regulating blood flow. I hope you guys have fun now that you know how to make a model heart, and just be careful not to spill too much cranberry juice everywhere. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.